Finding meaningful friendships as an adult can feel like navigating an uphill battle, especially when the effortless connections of our school days are long behind us. Gone are the times when friendships simply fell into place based on shared classrooms or the familiarity of recess games. In adulthood, even the potential for camaraderie at work isn't a given, leaving many of us isolated despite being surrounded by people. It's tempting to convince yourself that you don't need anyone, that solitude is enough. But the truth is, humans are inherently social creatures, built to thrive on connection. Evolution itself shaped us this way. We've survived and succeeded as a species because we've relied on each other, and the same holds true in the modern world. It's not about the quantity of friends you have or how many people you can call in a pinch. What truly matters is the depth of those connections. A handful of genuine friends will always outweigh a crowd of acquaintances. But when you're starting from scratch, it can be overwhelming to figure out where to begin. Without the structure of school or the incidental bonds that often form during childhood, building friendships in adulthood requires intentionality. The good news? It's simpler than you might think, though that doesn't mean it's easy. There's a difference between simplicity and ease. First, it's critical to focus on authenticity. That phrase, just be yourself, might sound like an overused cliche, but it holds truth. Altering who you are to fit someone else's preferences might seem like a shortcut to connection, but in the long run, it's unsustainable. Genuine friendships require you to show up as the truest version of yourself, free from pretense. Self-awareness plays a key role here. Understanding who you are and what matters to you allows you to present yourself authentically and naturally attract people who resonate with your energy. The alternative, pretending to share someone's interests or values just to fit in, creates a shaky foundation that can trap you in a persona that isn't really yours. A great way to honor your genuine self is by engaging in activities or communities that align with your passions. Joining clubs, groups, or organizations centered around interests you care about is an organic way to meet like-minded individuals. Shared interests create a natural bond, offering a solid starting point for meaningful relationships. For example, if you're passionate about art, consider joining a local painting class or visiting gallery events. If you're into fitness, group yoga or running clubs can be excellent avenues. If formal clubs aren't your thing, volunteering can be another rewarding path. Beyond expanding your social network, volunteering allows you to make a tangible difference in your community, adding layers of fulfillment to your life. Whether you're working with animals at a shelter, mentoring children at a library, or sharing your skills through workshops, these experiences are rich with opportunities for connection. The shared goal of giving back naturally fosters camaraderie, helping friendships grow in a meaningful context. For those who prefer a more unstructured approach, simply putting yourself in social environments can be just as effective. Explore the cultural or community events happening in your area. Think art exhibitions, charity auctions, or even conventions on topics you enjoy. These spaces often attract people with similar interests, making it easier to strike up conversations and plant the seeds of new relationships. Of course, stepping out of your comfort zone can be daunting, especially for those grappling with social anxiety. The fear of rejection or the discomfort of meeting new people often holds us back. But here's the thing, like any skill, socializing gets easier with practice. Neuroscience backs this up. Over time, as you engage more in social interactions, your brain rewires itself, building new neural pathways that make the process feel more natural. It takes effort, but that effort is always worth it. Patience is another essential ingredient. Friendships don't blossom overnight. Strong, lasting bonds take time to develop, and there's no rushing that process. It's a gradual evolution of trust, shared experiences, and mutual understanding. While it's tempting to chase instant connections, the ones that matter most often require persistence and consistency. Sometimes, the biggest barrier isn't external at all, it's internal. Self-limiting beliefs can act as invisible chains, keeping us from seeking the relationships we crave. These beliefs might whisper insidious lies. I'm not interesting enough, no one will like me, or I don't have time for friends. Left unchecked, these thoughts become self-fulfilling prophecies, eroding confidence and keeping you stuck in a cycle of isolation. The way you talk to yourself matters deeply. Negative self-talk can be a silent saboteur, preventing you from taking the very steps that could lead to connection and belonging. Breaking free from these mental traps requires deliberate effort. Challenge those beliefs head-on. Replace them with affirmations that reflect your worth and potential. While it might feel awkward or unnatural at first, this practice can help rewire your thought patterns over time. Neuroscience again shows us that affirmations create new neural pathways, gradually transforming them into beliefs. This mental shift isn't just about feeling better. It's about laying the groundwork for deeper, healthier relationships. In the end, finding and building meaningful friendships as an adult is about embracing vulnerability and showing up both for yourself and for others. It's about pushing through the discomfort and making an effort, knowing that the rewards far outweigh the risks. True friendships enrich our lives in countless ways, offering support, joy, and a sense of belonging that nothing else can replicate. If you're willing to take those first steps and trust the process, you'll find that the connections you create will be worth every bit of effort you put in.